Welcome to OC Kidz World.
Hey boys and girls, welcome to Kidz World. My name is Grandpa Pope, and I'm happy to have you. I'm the husband of Grandma Mo. She told me to do service for her today. She's out in the fields and she's working, and so I just want to welcome you today. We have such an exciting service for you. We want you to be blessed. We want you to enjoy, and we want you to have fun with us. We have a wonderful song that's going to come up next, and we have an awesome lesson from a teacher by the name of Brittany Williams. She's going to be talking about fierce prayers today. And you're going to hear a story about a lady named Esther. And I want you to look out for Bible Bob. He's going to talk to you and teach you the Bible verse for today. So come along. Let's get ready to worship the Lord in song. Welcome to Kidz World today.
God keeps his promises, he does not lie. Go ahead, be confident, don't be shy. You can talk to him anywhere. You can call on him anytime. God keeps his promises, he does not lie. Go ahead, be confident, don't be shy. You can talk to him anywhere. You can call on him anytime. Don't put faith in the wrong stuff. Faith in God brings peace and trust. He always hears us when we pray. Promises, he does not lie. Go ahead, be confident, don't be shy. You can talk to him anywhere. You can call on him anytime. God keeps his promises, he does not lie. Go ahead, be confident, don't be shy. You can talk to him anywhere. You can call on him anytime. Don't put faith in the wrong stuff. Faith in God brings peace and trust. He always hears us when we pray. Remember that he knows your name. No matter where we are, no matter what we need, we can ask for anything. He always hears us when we pray. He always hears us when we pray. Remember that he knows your name. No matter where we are, no matter what we need, we can ask for anything. He always hears us when we pray. Oh yeah, God always hears us when we pray.
Welcome back, boys and girls. It's time for Bible verse memorization. Are you ready? Today, our Bible verse is coming from 1 John 5 and 14. And it says, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Let's say that one more time. 1 John 5:14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Now I want you to say it, and I will say it real solid. Good job, boys and girls. Let's say it one more time together. 1 John 5:14 says, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Good job, boys and girls. Good job. Remember, we're talking about fierce prayers this week. And we have such a special guest. Sister Brittany is going to be giving us the lesson coming up now. Have a wonderful and continue to enjoy the service. Bye now.
Hello everybody. I miss you guys so much. I'm not gonna cry, but I miss you guys so much. And today it was up to me to bring some fierceness to you. Now last week Brother Jay talked to us about fierce faith. Today I'm coupling with that to talk to you about fierce prayer. Now I know sometimes we feel like, look, I've been praying and ain't nothing happening. I've been praying and I don't know if God hear me. I've been praying and I don't know what to say. Let me know if you ever had that problem. I know it happens because it happens to me. Sometimes I want to pray, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. I just don't know. So I'm going to tell you the story of a lady named Esther. You know I had to do it. So Esther had a very, very big role in the Bible that God needed her to do. And she had to use Brother Jay's fierce faith that he gave us, that also King David had. And she also had to couple it with some grace from God in order to be able to fiercely pray. And she saved the whole nation by just doing that. Let me tell you how. So, sometimes when we talk to God, like I said, we don't know what to say. But in John 5, verse 14 through 15, it tells us, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask for anything according to his will, he will hear us. And if we know that he hears us whatsoever we ask, and we petition our desires unto him, he will give it to us. So you might say, well, you read a lot. I don't know what that means. What these 2 chapters are telling us, they're telling us that if in the event that you want to pray to God and you don't know if he's going to hear you, and you don't know if you're going to get what you ask for, you have to remember to use that same fierce faith that David had in your situation. You have to use the confidence. When you have faith in somebody, you have confidence in somebody. And so when you have faith in God and you have confidence that he hears you, from that point in time, that should give you what you need to be able to pray to him fiercely. And like when I say prayer, that's mighty, a mighty, mighty, mighty ferocious prayer. So you might say, who is Esther? I don't know who Esther is, and how did she save a whole nation just by praying? So, in the Bible, a long, long time ago, Esther was a Jew. And so the Persians, they didn't like the Jews. The Persians always looked down on the Jews, and they felt like the Jews were nothing. Kind of like what's going on now. So there was a Persian king, and he needed a wife. He wanted a wife. So Esther decided to go and be his wife. So he got in a line full of many women, and she decided, okay, let's go see the king. Now, out of all these Persian women that were in the line, the king only liked one woman. Guess who? Ah, y'all so smart. Yes, Esther. He wanted Esther, who was a Jew. But the king of Persia, he didn't know. So she got in there, and once she got into the throne, they got married, and she was a little worried. She didn't know what to do because she knew that the king did not like Jews. So there's a man, a bad, mean man who came. His name was Haman. What was his name? Haman. So Haman came to the king and he told him, I have a way to wipe out all the Jews. We don't have to worry about the Jews anymore. He told the king, let's kill him. Let's kill him. Let's kill them all. And I know you're like, you want to kill all these people? He wanted to kill all of these people. And what would you say if they said, hey, let's go kill up all these people? What you gonna say? Me? I'm not a killer. So I'm gonna say, it's okay. We don't have to do that. So would you have like the boldness to go and kill somebody? You might not. I might not. But the king of Persia did. So he said, okay, let's do it. So at this time, Esther became scared because what is Esther? Right, Esther is a Jew. So because of the fact that she's a Jew, she's like, they're going to kill me. I'm going to die. What am I to do? So Esther was scared and she didn't know what to do. So she had a cousin, and her cousin named Mordecai. He raised her, and they were very close to each other, and he was a man of God. And so he was also a man who had some fierce faith, and he had the confidence in God. He was also under God's grace. God's grace covered him, and because he had God's grace, he was able to fiercely pray and communicate with God to tell her what to do. And so he couldn't go to God for her. He could only send her to God herself, so he could tell her, hey, Esther, this is what I need you to do for my people, right? So she went to him and he told her, you need to pray and you need to fast. So Esther put herself and her people on a fast. Now, I know some of you are like, I don't know what a fast is. A fast is when basically you sacrifice something so that your body can connect with God, so that you can be able to take that time that you will be spending doing whatever you sacrificed to pray. And remember, when we fiercely pray, we have to have faith and confidence that through God's grace, he will hear us. And in Hebrews, it tells us, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, which means they want us to have this confidence to where we're like, yeah, I can do this, and go before the Lord so that we may get mercy and find grace in the time of need. And do you think that Esther needed God in this time? I would say so, because Esther's people were going to get killed. That's like the president coming and him saying, I'm going to kill your mama and your daddy because I do not like your mama and daddy. But he does not know that it's your mom and dad. He just knows these are some people. And so if your mommy and your daddy are about to get killed, would you be scared? I would be scared. And so the only person that she could really turn to that could help her was who? Say it one more time. Yes, God was the only person that she could turn to help her save not only her mommy and daddy, because her mommy and daddy were gone up to heaven, but not only save all of her people, but to save herself. She knew that she would have to go before God's throne of grace and pray. And once she fasted and she prayed fiercely, God told her what to do. He told her to go to the king and tell the king that she was a Jew too. So it's like, uh-oh, he doesn't like Jews. That's like you going and telling your mommy and daddy you did something wrong, and you got to tell the truth, and you know that I might get in trouble for this one. But because she had to have her fierce faith, like Brother Jay taught us, and she had the grace of God with her. And on top of that, she fiercely prayed and fasted with all of her people behind her. She went to the king and she threw a banquet. And she told him, you can't kill all of these people. And the king said, and why not, Esther? And she told him, because I am a Jew, your very own wife, the woman you love. I'm a Jew. That's right. I am a Jew. And so from there, she was saying, if you kill them, you're going to have to kill me. And don't you love me? So did you think that the king was going to say, you got to die too? Or did he say, okay, I don't want to do this anymore? Now, I know some of you might be torn, but I'm going to tell you what happened. She said, when she said this to the king said, we got to get rid of Haman. Haman got to go. So the same plan that he had for God's people was the same plan that they used on him. And guess what? After that, do you think that all the Jews were saved? They were. None of the Jews died. And so the king took all of Haman's money and his riches and turned it over and gave it to Mordecai, which is Esther's cousin, that was telling her to pray this fierce prayer to God and save her people. He gave all the money to him and Esther. And not only were they rich on earth, they were rich in heaven. Why? Because Esther saved all of these people by using the fierce faith that we must have, paired with God's grace. She continued to use a fierce prayer. And with her fierce prayer and her communicating with God and letting God know, God, I really don't want my people to die. He answered her prayer. Now, did it take one day? No. Did it take 2 days? No. Because why? You have to continuously come to God and build that relationship with him. You have to continue to build that confidence with him. And then, according to John 15:7, it says, if ye abide not in me, but by my words, and you ask what you want, it shall be given to you. So because she continued to be fiercely faithful underneath God's grace, and she fiercely prayed when it got hard, Esther was able to save not only her own life, but all of these other people's life. So, if it gets hard and you don't know what to do, and sometimes you feel like you can't talk to your mom about it, or you can't talk to your dad about it, or you can't talk to your grandma or your brothers or your sister, but it's something that you really want God to do for you, you have to remember to be fiercely faithful to Him and have confidence in God that He is going to hear what you want. You have to remember that you are under God's grace because of the fact that He sent who to die for us? That's right. He sent Jesus to die for us. So we all have His grace and His mercy. And then you use those two to fiercely pray and believe that He is hearing me, even though you tell Him, God, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I just know that I'm feeling this way and I need you to help me and I want this to happen in my life. If you continuously do that, then what you ask, you shall receive. And so at that point, you can be great like Esther, fiercely praying like Esther. Have a fierce faithfulness about yourself like David, and it'll continue to lead you to bold decisions, which you should learn about next time. Bye, guys. I love you and I miss you. Please be safe. Always wear your mask, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, and practice social distancing. We will get through this through some fearful faith under God's grace and fearfully praying.
Well, boys and girls, we've come to the end of our service today. I hope you had an awesome time like I did. I enjoyed the singing. I enjoyed Baba Bob and the memory verse. And I enjoyed Sister Brittany with that wonderful lesson about Esther and about being willing to have fierce prayers. Last week we talked about fierce faith. Today she talked about fierce prayers. I want to say that Bible verse one more time. John chapter 5, verses 14. And it says, and this is the confidence that we have in Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. At this time, I want to pray. Father, I thank you for every boy and girl that's out there that's listening to this service. I pray, God, that they will have fierce prayers towards you, that they will come boldly, knowing, God, that you're able to answer every single one of their prayers. Let them know that you love them and that you will be with them no matter what they face. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Well, boys and girls, don't forget to answer those trivia questions. Go to our webpage at www.corange.center. Let me say that again. I mess up sometimes. www.orangecentercogop.com and go under Kidz World, answer those questions, and guess what? You just might get a prize if you're the first and second person to submit those answers. I'll see you next week, next time, same station on Kidz World. Bye, boys and girls.